paving over front gardens?
Yes, Jenny, this is in my view, a very sad phenomenon, and everybody's familiar with it. Too many front gardens are being built over, being concreted over. You've asked for a review of permitted development rights. What we are saying, obviously, is that in most cases this is for the boroughs to determine. But the London plan says that local approaches to surfacing of front gardens should include the need for such surfaces to be permeable, and we support boroughs. The London plan supports boroughs if they wish to introduce a presumption against development of gardens, and against development on gardens, I should say. We are giving, we have given the councils all the powers they need to stop this going ahead, and as you know, we support greening as much as we can in all sorts of other ways, planting huge numbers of trees, upgrading parks, growing spaces across the city. But I'm not going to hide it from you, this is a problem.
You've said before that this report, you actually have said it's a fantastic initiative, because it does describe a problem that looks apparently small but actually contributes to a lot of damage potentially to London and to residents. I did actually ask you about the development, the permitted development, because of course those regulations don't include putting value on wildlife habitats. They don't mention the urban heat island effect, and they don't talk about in the London plan. And the permitted development. This is what I'm asking in the question. Will you call for a review of those? It also doesn't include. They don't include anything about reducing pollution, and it seems to me that we urgently need a review. And you are in a position where you could call on the government, with me if you like. Call on the government to actually change this, so that we can, so that London can actually be
houses joined together,
so that London can actually be a more protected city when it comes to floods and similar disasters.
So you're not talking about changing the London plan, you're talking about changing the government's permitted development rights?
Yes, that's what's in the question. Okay. But for example, it's not just about that. You could also, there's also things that you can do just as mayor. For example, you could, in fact, you could set up a Greater London Authority website where you could urge people not to pave over their gardens, and you can actually give them advice on other methods of creating a flat surface if that's what they want. Would you be prepared to do that?
I mean, look, we campaigned a huge amount on greening up London and protecting green space and creating more green space. And as you know, by 2025 we will have 25% of London will be under a canopy of
leaves. Will you do what I'm asking? Will you go further?
We moved from 20. We will increase the tree cover in London from 20 to 25%. It's a huge new forest we're creating in London. So
will you do what I ask and set up a page with this report, so that people can have access to this and understand the problem, but also to demonstrate to people what they could do instead of paving over with impermeable surfaces?
I think your idea of helping people with some sort of website is a good one. I'll look at what we already have, and I think possibly what would be most useful is if we had some traffic offline about this, Jenny. If you want to do a joint initiative on this, I'm very receptive.
Okay, great. And there's also something you could use the advertising on London buses, for example, to draw people's attention.
Well, everybody always wants that advertising for almost every good cause, but I will look at it.
I will be writing to you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.